we are talking NFL, and we're talking wide receivers specifically. We were talking about the day that Tua Tagovailoa had, but it's really important to put some context on that. Quarterback can't have a day like that unless he's got some dudes at wide receiver. You got Jalen Waddle, you got Tyreek Hill. What were the stats that they had?
11 for 171 and 2 TDs for Jalen Waddle. 11 for 190 and 2 TDs for Tyreek Hill.
That's a lot of yardage. Is this the best duo of wide receivers in the NFL?
The results would tell you yes.
Prisoner of the moment?
I don't think so.
You don't think?
That's a lot of the production against a defense that people think is solid.
Yeah.
And a secondary that has Marcus Peters and Kyle Hamilton, your boy, who you thought was one of the best players coming out of this draft.
Love that guy.
And I think in a lot of different ways, you put two of the fastest receivers in the NFL together, but they're not just fast, they're shifty. They can get open. And I think that's a big thing. And it's something that a lot of receivers around the game who want to be considered number one receivers can't do. They can't necessarily get open without somebody else taking the attention away from them. They have two guys that not only can get open, they can take attention off of the other, and that's why you're seeing these 60 and 70-yard bombs down the field that Tua Tagovailoa just has to drop it in the bucket for them. They can run underneath it, catch it, and that's 7 for the Dolphins.
Yeah, no doubt they're talented. I think play design factors into this as well when you talk about these two guys. And we got a poll up on the screen. You scan the QR code to vote for which NFL wide receiver duo you think is the best. I like Devontae Adams and Hunter Renfrow. Renfrow banged up right now, had a couple of critical errors. Takes you down the list. But I mentioned that play design. And T. Higgins, Jamar Chase. I don't think that the Bengals call offense well enough, and you can't get them the damn football when they're laying on their back. The quarterback's laying on his back.
Yes.
So it's a real problem to me. We saw what they could be at their top end. To me, if they had a different play calling paradigm, in a quarterback that had an offensive line that could actually block people, we might be talking about them right now.
Both those guys also home run hitters, which to me is a really important part of having that number one duo. Hunter Renfrow, not necessarily that guy.
No, he's not.